Ma'am,
Hi, ma'am. Good morning.
ma'am, you have to enable me to share the screen, ma'am.
You're just reading.
Hi, ma'am. Good morning, ma'am. Good morning. Nice to see all of you.
Sharing the screen now.
Yeah. Ma'am, can I also just try playing the video?
Yes, right.
An introduction. An introduction. An
Thanks, Anita.
Good morning, ma'am.
Audio and video.
Audio, both video, both video.
It's a brand new day, it's a great new dawn. We welcome another year with song. Winds of change are blowing, gentle breezes whisper to rise, rise, Queen Marians. You were born to fly. Your alma mater was your nest, a mother eagle too. Rise, rise, Queen Marians, you were taught to fly. Like the lighthouse for seafarers is our college by the sea. Rise, rise, Queen Marians, be a beacon bright. It's a brand new day, it's a great new dawn. We welcome another year with song. Rise, rise, Queen Marians, you were taught to fly. Rise, rise, Queen Marians, be a beacon bright.
shall I play the promo now? It's time.
Let me see if Trey Maran sir has come. Vinita, you are co-host, no? Can you let in principal, ma'am? I thought I let her in. She's in, right? Madam is inside.
Ma'am. Morning, ma'am.
I think Madam is inside, right?
Shall I play the promo, ma'am? Because it's time.
Yeah. Just a minute. Yeah, I'll ask her. She's in. Meeting. Vinita, unmute yourself, Vinita.
It's not on mute, ma'am. I'll mute.
Oh, okay.
Once I play the promo, I'll continue with the program because it'll be the right time to start. We'll start the function.
Start, Vinita.
Yes, ma'am. Sir's joined us, ma'am, the chief guest. I'll start playing, ma'am. We'll start with the promo, ma'am, and Good morning and a hearty welcome to the inauguration of the club's QMC. Queen Mary's College has been doing legendary service in the sphere of education by nurturing, mentoring, and enhancing the personality of young women since the year 1914. It is indeed a proud privilege to be associated with this institution, which has a glorious legacy. Let us commence today's program with the Tamil Thai Varthu.
Vinita, just a moment. I don't know if our guest is here.
Not sure if our guest has come. So just a moment.
Yes.
Sir, Vetrimaran sir, are you here? Oh, he says he's signing in now. He's signing in now. Yeah, he has come.
Good morning and a hearty welcome to the inauguration of the club's QMC. Queen Mary's College has been doing legendary service in the sphere by nurturing, mentoring, and enhancing the personality of young women since the year 1914. It is indeed a proud privilege to be associated with this institution, which has a glorious legacy. Let us commence today's program with a Tamil Thai Varthu.
நீராறும் கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்தை கெழிலொழுகும் சீராறும் மதனமென திகழ்வரத கண்டமிதில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடனல் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு பிறை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே அத்திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனங்கே தமிழனங்கே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்து செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே வாழ்த்துதுமே
Please mute your mics, friends.
Not I.
Ask you all to mute your videos. Thank you.
Etc. An ID
Okay.
Dreaming,
Well,
keep why. Don't settle for what you already know. Never stop believing in the power of your ideas, your imagination, your heart
I'm very good.
change the world.
Were established.
Barack Obama.
And in 1983,
As
uh,
part
the main
of
dementia was
finding the right balance between academics and
the
co-curricular
start of it became most popular.
we have at the helm a person with a rare combination of academic excellence and creative exuberance. Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan has been widening our horizons and encouraging in tandem growth with a creative and able captaincy. I invite Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, Associate Professor and Head of the Department of English, to deliver the welcome address.
Thank you, Vinitha. Good morning and welcome. Welcome to the place where the sky meets the sea, where the past is woven into the present, where gazing from corridors and balconies, we conjure destinies and seek new horizons, where generations of young women have been transformed from fledglings to high flyers. And though our meeting today is in cyberspace, Queen Mary's is the place we celebrate. Welcome to the College by the Sea. Welcome to Queen Mary's. Respected Chief Guest, Vetrimaran Sir, Madam Principal, Dr. Uma Maheshwari, Heads of Department, my colleagues at the Department of English, and students, a warm welcome to this much awaited event, the inauguration of the clubs of the Department of English. I would like to share with our chief guest and other special invitees, our club patrons in particular, a few words about the captain of our ship, the lady who is at the helm of affairs at Queen Mary's College, our principal, Dr. Uma Maheshwari. There is more to her than meets the eye. Working under her leadership is a discovery of her hidden strengths. Known for her impeccable planning and organization, she sets goals that are high, but definitely realistic and attainable. Sometimes one wonders whether her acumen for precision comes from her academic background as a professor of physics. As senior faculty, we have learned many things by observing the way our principals function in their administrative role. Working under Dr. Uma Maheshwari is the most gentle learning curve. What else can it be? Because she is firm and kind, visionary and realistic, approachable and hardworking. We are indeed blessed to have you, madam, as the principal of our college. We are extremely grateful to you for all the encouragement and support you have given to all our endeavors at the Department of English. A warm welcome to you, madam. At the Department of English, the mood has been upbeat for the past 2 or 3 weeks as we prepared for this event, the inauguration of our clubs. Till just 2 days ago, we hadn't disclosed to our students whom we had invited as chief guest for the event. It might be cliched to say that Mr. Vetrimaran needs no introduction, but Vetrimaran sir is a personality who defies all cliches with his brilliance. Some of us wondered if approaching a film director of his stature, because he's an award winner, a winner of 6 national awards, is like reaching for the stars. But there's a saying, reach for the stars, you might gather some stardust through the effort. The motive behind approaching Vetrimaran sir to flag off this event is because he's a man with a message. He has a social vision, as is obvious in his productions. He embodies the spirit of creativity, which is rendered dynamic through being a well-read person. The youth of our state are in need of role models like Vetrimaran Sir. We who are educators know all too well the influence that a creative artist and high achiever like Vetrimaran Sir can have on the youth. Sir, we believe that your presence with us today at Queen Mary's College and what you have to share with us on the occasion will be a catalyst in the lives of our students. We are deeply grateful to you for accepting our invitation. Welcome on this occasion is a word that means thank you, because you are here to make a world of difference. Amidst the vagaries of the pandemic, which at a point in time imposed a status quo on the college calendar, we at the Department of English endeavored to keep our students engaged in positive and ennobling pursuits. The idea of having clubs for our students has been fermenting in our minds for some time. Over the years, we have come to realize that a good student is not necessarily a bookworm. Moreover, college teaching is a unique calling. Our expertise as college teachers has to cater to a broad spectrum, ranging from the post-secondary, the teenagers, the undergraduate, to research scholars. And we are both excited and daunted by the range of students we have to reach. We have, with the years of navigating in this space, realized that teaching undergraduates is not less intellectual than teaching postgraduates. We also have realized that our mission is not merely to create students of literature, but to use the teaching of English language and literature to empower our students. And we're happy to say that among our alumni, our successful alumni, we have social workers, advocates, people who are into special education, and labels apart, we have students who have taken with them the life skills that they have learned at Queen Mary's into their workplace and into their families. So since we wanted to our students to experience what life and competence is beyond the walls of Queen Mary's College, we sought the support of patrons for each club, as they are high achievers in their own fields. Their professional standing and support can leverage our club activities to the next level. I take this opportunity to thank and welcome the patrons of the clubs: Dr. Padma McCurtich, Dr. Malati, Professor Siddharthan, Dr. David Wesley, Mr. Isai Amudan, Dr. Samuel Rufus, Dr. Kamala Kannan, and also all my colleagues, the staff who are mentors of the clubs, Mrs. Sumati, Mrs. Priya, Vinita Francis, Ms. Sangeeta, Mrs. Sharon Muller, Mrs. Angeline, Dr. Sandhya, and all my other colleagues who have been encouraging us and who have been providing that synergy that keeps us going. The synergy that we experience in the department comes from this bunch of dedicated faculty, and we love the work we are doing. For us, the Department of English and Queen Mary's College is second home. I extend a warm welcome to Dr. Vinita Francis, Organizing Secretary, who has so beautifully anchored this event and coordinated it. She has done it with passion and enthusiasm and put in tremendous effort. I also thank my second senior, Dr. Bala Ambigai, for the role she's playing in today's function. I thank and welcome all the heads of department, senior faculty who are present with us today. And last but not the least, I'm sure all the dignitaries present on this occasion, our chief guest, our principal, our patrons, will agree that the most important people at this event are the students. I welcome each and every student, the members of these clubs, the presidents, the secretaries, who in due course of this event will be acknowledged. I welcome each and every one of you. And since synergy is our policy, let us join forces to make this day not only memorable, but also meaningful. May it go a long way in the lives of our students. Welcome once again, and thank you.
Thank you, ma'am, for a warm welcome. We are indeed fortunate to have a luminary like Dr. Uma Maheshwari as our principal. Even in times like these, Madam has been proactive and has been working incessantly for the student community. Madam has always been encouraging and supportive of all the creative ventures spearheaded by the head of the Department of English. I request our beloved principal, Dr. Uma Maheshwari, to deliver the presidential address.
A very good morning to all the wonderful people present on this online venue today. I approach today's installation and my service as principal of Queen Mary's College with a sense of both honor and humility. Being a physics faculty, I would like to make a quote. That is, it is a small step for me, but a great leap for mankind. Neil Armstrong, the first man to set his foot on the moon, said it when he landed on the moon. I think these words are relevant to the situation as we embark on simple but new programs under the auspices of many clubs, which are instruments, but also which aims to become a platform for students to get and develop their academic skills and to bring out their hidden talents. I thank and congratulate Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan, Associate Professor, Head of the Department of English, for volunteering to do this job, which is of international perspective that nobody wanted to touch. Madam, you have really again proved your mettle as being a most reliable team player. It is great on your part for uplifting everyone's morale, for pushing boundaries and lifting everyone during the difficult times. You are a great force to be reckoned, madam. I look forward to working with you more projects. My sincere congratulations to you and your extraordinary teammates. Thank you very much, madam, for organizing such a wonderful event today. Our idea is not to preach, but we strongly believe that film can influence the society for good and bad. It definitely has an effect on people, and it depends on how the director handles the medium, for he does more than shout, action, and cut behind the screen. A filmmaker should not make his film art for art's sake. Film is first science, then commerce, and then art. These words are uttered by one of the best filmmakers of our times. Yes, friends, we are delighted to have winner of 6 national awards and international renown as film director, Mr. Vetrimaran sir, as celebrity guest of honor this morning. A very good morning, sir. On behalf of Department of English, Queen Mary's College, I extend a very pleasant welcome to our college. Today, he is an iconic figure, having inspired millions of viewers with the legacy of larger than life characters he has left behind. Of his legendary contributions, I would like to make a special mention about one film, Visarane. It tells us the story of innocent migrant workers picked up and tortured by the police to extract a false confession of for a fatal robbery at an influential man's house. How the film shot in 42 days on 2 crore project budget, eventually winning 3 national film awards, got made us interesting. It reflects stark reality from which we cannot shut ourselves out, and that is its success. It is Vetrimaran's preoccupation with sometimes gritty, sometimes heartwarming reality that makes him one of the best filmmakers of our times. His genius lies in shining a light on people we would not even glance in at our rat race. His film shows that ordinary people often lead extraordinary lives if only we stop to talk to them. Film critics, I heard, describes grit as a definitive quality of Vetrimaran's films and praises his skill in animating the atmosphere in terms of integrity of the characters, plot, and texture. The way he shapes the characters and writes them, we feel that they are not individual people. We get a sense of where they come from, where they belong, and they are not just some random characters floating around. At this juncture, I would like to, off the stage, I would like to record here that I have seen so many times in the film Adugalam. Uh, in that film, uneducated hero would be proposing his love to educated heroine. Dhanush sir ஹீரோவா ஆக்ட் பண்ணியிருப்பாரு. He proposes his love to educated heroine. I think Topsy is the heroine.
Yes, yes.
Irene, I am love you. It is a very small frame, but though it is a very small frame, but we could feel the nativity and the extraordinary rooting each and every single frame of the film. And another comedy frame come to my home, and I enjoyed, sir. I enjoyed very much the way you, the efforts you made to bring, to extract the nativity and extraordinary rooting from where you are shooting. Your ideas are to bring out the reality with loving hearts and affection. I welcome you, sir, to our college, and I extend you a very warm welcome, and I thank you very much for accepting our invitation in spite of your busy schedule. And dear Valent, we would like to have your August presence in the offline stage also soon. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much. We feel greatly honored to have you here as a guest of honor. Thank you very much, sir. I would like to extend my deep sense of gratitude to Dr. Padma, Assistant Professor of English, Stella Maris College, Dr. E. Malati, HOD of Zoology, Queen Maris College, Mr. Siddharthan, Presidency College, David Wesley, Assistant Professor of English, Madras Christian College, Mr. Isayamudan, musician, Dr. Samuel Rufus, Assistant Professor of English, Madras Christian College, Dr. Kamalakannan, Assistant Professor of English, Presidency College, for having obliged as patrons for different clubs. And my sincere thanks are due to our mentors, Mrs. Sumati, Assistant Professor of English, Queen Mary's College, Mrs. R. Priya, Assistant Professor of English, Queen Mary's College, Vinita Francis, who is doing an awesome job as organizing secretary of all the clubs, Mrs. Sherin, Mrs. Angeline Fernando, and Dr. Sandhya and Sangeeta, guest lecturer, for doing wonderful job as mentors of this different clubs. My best wishes to our student representatives, Yuva Bharati, Sweta, Priyadarshini, Jamila, Christina Das, Mahalakshmi, Priyanka, Sri Tulasi, Yogalakshmi, Pooja, Nancy Diana, Narmata, for their excellent contribution as office bearers and student representatives. I wish further progress and growth in all the aspects of the clubs and a grand success too. Thank you all very much. Have a blessed day. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am. The club's QMC has been conceived with a visionary zeal by our HOD, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan. It aims at helping the students to embark on a journey of self-improvement by realizing their innate potential. The research club in tandem has already set off on its mission of sparking the young minds of the students with a spirit of inquiry and creating the right scholarly ambience for deliberations on research topics. Today, we are at the threshold of inaugurating the 6 clubs, namely Film and Visual Media Club, Western Music Club, Theatre and Public Speaking Club, Readers Planet, Ecolet, and Visual Arts and Creative Writing Club. These clubs have been formed while bearing in mind the 3 P's, namely pleasure, progress, and purpose. Our dear students have been actively involving themselves in various club activities after their semester examinations. Appreciation and the right mentoring have worked wonders. We can proudly say that we have a fantastic batch of immensely talented students. The first presentation for the day is by the Queen's Theatre of the college. Miss Sangeeta has been instrumental in introducing the world of theatre to our students. The students have been groomed with the nuances of stage presence and voice control techniques. Our student, Miss Logita, won the Best Actress Award at a drama contest organized at Madras Christian College. The Queen's Theatre has always been experimenting with different techniques. This year, they have explored cyberspace. I now request Ms. Sangeeta to present the dramatization of the poem and introduction by Kamala Rose. Over to Sangeeta.
Thank you, ma'am. Let me play the video immediately.
Introduction. Oh. Introduction. I don't know politics. But I know the names of those in power and can repeat them like days of weeks, names of months. Beginning with Nehru, Subhash Chandra Bose, Gandhiji, Ambedkar. I am Indian, very brown, born in Malabar. I speak 3 languages, writing 2, 3 in 1.
Don't write in English. English is not a mother tongue. I think she's speaking British English.
You don't know that Harry Potter having the same problem in this chapter.
Why not leave me alone? Critics? Friends? Visiting cousins? Every one of you? The language I speak becomes mine. It's distortions, it's chaosis. All mine alone. It is half English, half Indian. Funny perhaps, but it is honest. It is as human as I am human. Don't you see it?
It voices my joys, my longings, my hopes, and it is useful to me as cawing is to crows or roaring is to lions. It is human speech, the speech of the mind that is here and not there. A mind that sees and hears and is aware. Not the deaf, blind speech of trees in storm, or of monsoon clouds, or of rain, or the incoherent mutterings of the blazing funeral pyre.
I was a child. Later, they told me I grew. I became tall. My limbs swelled. And one or two places. Sprouted hair. When I asked for love, not knowing what else to ask for, he drew a youth of 16 to the bedroom, and he closed the door. He did not beat me, but my sad woman body felt so beaten. The weight of my breast and my womb crushed me. I shrank pitifully.
Oh, my friend got married. So sweet. Oh, my friend got married. So sweet.
खानदान की इज्जत बचाएगी वो मेरी.
Then I wore a shirt. And my brother's trousers. I wore a shirt. I cut my hair brother's trousers. And I cut my hair short. Womanliness. And ignored the womanliness.
Dressing sarees.
Be good.
Dressing sarees.
Be good.
Be wife.
Be an embroider. Or be a cook. Quarrel with the servants. Or be a quarrel with the servants.
Fit in who belong. Don't sit in the walls. Fit in who belong. Don't sit in the walls. Or peep through a lace draped windows.
Be Amy. Or be Kamala.
Or peep through a lace draped windows.
Be Amy. Be Madhavi Kutti beta. Or be Kamala. It is time to choose a name. Arey, better still be Madhavi Kutti beta. It is time to choose a name. A role.
Don't play pretending games, huh? Don't play schizophrenia or be nympho. Don't cry embarrassingly loud when you jilted in love.
I met a man. Calling by not any name. Loved him. Calling by not any name. Once. He's every man. Who are you? Once. I asked. Who are you? Everyone. I asked. The answer is everyone. It is. The answer is.
It is I.
It is I.
Who laugh? It is I. Who laugh? Who make it love? Is I. who make love. And then
It is I. Will I die in wet? In my throat. A rattle in my throat.
Sinna? I am Sinna? I am Saint. I am Saint. I am the beloved. I am the beloved. And the betrayed. And the betrayed.
I have no joys that are not yours. I have no joys that are not yours. No aches which are not yours.
Call myself. Call myself. I call myself. Call myself. I call myself. Call myself.
Very good morning. Thank you. Sorry. Yes, I hope I'm audible. Good morning to everybody here in this virtual space. Thank you so much for witnessing our short performance from the Queen Mary's College Theatre Club. So without taking much of the time, let me just tell why we chose, and we have not spoken enough about the poet. So we chose Kamala Das' poem because she's a confessional poet. Yes. Yes. Am I audible?
Yes, Sangeeta, you're audible.
Yeah, okay. Okay, so the reason for choosing Kamala Das's poem is because it's very realistic and all of us can relate to the poet and her content. She's a confessional poet, so it's very realistic, be it the language and the expression, the way she expresses through her poetry. It's very relatable. And then there's this constant internal conflict that we all face as women or as humans or young women in college. So she kind of addresses those elements in her poetry. So that's why we chose Kamala Das's poem, an introduction for today's performance. And when it comes to introduction, it's of course the title itself kind of relates to our event today, introducing our clubs or introducing yourself or your identity. So it kind of commemorated all those elements. So we chose introduction for today's short presentation. And then the poem talks about the identity, identity politics, gender politics, or the problems, I mean, even the lingual identity of individuals on what language you should speak, where, what language you should talk in a particular space. So there's this constant identity crisis that all of us would have undergone at some stage or some part of our lives. So as young women who are just exploring theater, they also were able to relate to that aspect of identity. And there's this line which says, fit in, belong. Where should I fit in? Where should I belong? Who's building or structuring my identity? So all these elements are beautifully put in the poem. And because of time constraints, we had to cut short certain stanzas from the poem. So I recommend all of you to read the entire poem. It's available online. It's a beautiful poem and it's very relatable. And then coming to the element of theater and the virtual space. So theater is all about space. You know, how much you explore space, how you utilize the space. And but then here the stage was restricted to a frame, and then the lights were restricted restricted to filters, and we had this constant problems while practicing where to look, either to look at the camera or look at yourself on the screen. So all these were little, it was quite experimental and it was quite challenging for us during our practice sessions. And I thank all my girls a lot for pitching into all the practice sessions during COVID situations. And we all had downs, but then somehow we were able to. So we used a small line of yours in our other movie. Yeah. So thank you, and I feel really honored, and I thank my HOD and all the professors in the department, and my students, and everybody here in the virtual audience. Thank you so much for witnessing our short presentation. Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. It's such an honor to be amidst your presence.
Thank you, Sangeeta. Thank you for your excellent mentoring.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Our celebrity guest, Mr. Vetrimarthan, needs no introduction as he's one of the most popular directors in Tamil film industry. Here are some of the highlights of his career. Vetrimarthan was born in Kadalur and later moved to Ranipet. He did his graduation in English literature at Loyola College, Chennai. He graduated in the year 1994. He discontinued his master's degree to pursue his career in filmmaking. Initially, he worked as an assistant for director Balu Mahendra. He used to read extensively. Through sheer hard work and talent, he was able to convince actor Dhanush to do a project with him. His debut movie, Poladavan, was a commercial hit. His second film, Adukalam, in 2011, won 6 National Film Awards. Eventually, he started his own production house, Grassroots Film Company, in 2012. He has produced movies like Udayam NH4, Kodi, and Kakamuttai. His movie Visaranai in 2016 was selected as India's official entry to the Academy Awards. His film Vada Chennai, released in 2018, opened to largely positive reviews. His film Asuran, made in 2019, won the National Film Award for Best Feature Film in Tamil. He is currently working on upcoming projects Viduthalai and Vadivasal. We are indeed elated to have you with us today for the inauguration of our clubs, sir. Your very presence is an inspiration for youngsters who wish to accomplish great feats in life. Our student, Yuva Darshini of 2nd MA English Literature, has. Let's see the video.
வெற்றிமாறன் தமிழ் சினிமாவோட பிரைட், அதுக்கப்புறம் இந்தியாவோட நோட்டபிள் ஃபில்ம் மேக்கர்.
வெற்றிமாறன் வந்து இந்திய சினிமாவில் தவிர்க்க முடியாத ஒரு இயக்குனர்.
Vetri sir, because he's such a well-read person.
He is one director on the spot la dialogue illu.
அவன் தோற்றத்திற்கும் படத்துக்கும் சம்பந்தம் இல்லை.
Padma, I am love you.
தியேட்டர் ஃபுல்லா ரத்தமா இருக்கு, போய் பாருங்க.
ஆரம்பிச்சு ஆடுகளம் ஆடி வட சென்னையில் வலம் வந்து இன்று அசுரனில் அசுரத்தனமா நின்று இருக்கிறார்.
அந்த பையனுக்கு பயம் இல்லை. தாண்டா அவ்வளோ பெரிய கப்பலே நிறுத்துது. அடுத்து ஒரு 5 நிமிஷம் இன்னும் 50 வருஷத்துக்கு அப்படியே இருக்கும்டா. விட்டுறாத, என்னன்னாலும் செஞ்சுக்க. பந்தயம் மட்டும் கொடுத்துடாதடா.
Hope you enjoy the tribute, sir. I invite Mr. Vetrimaran, our guest of honor, to deliver the inaugural address. Over to you, sir. Sir, you have to unmute. Thank you.
Sorry, I forgot. So, thank you very much for having me as part of this event. I should appreciate the patience with which your HOD reached out to me, and she was patient enough because I was really shuttling between my work, and though I wanted to be part of it, I thought I might not be able to make it, but she said we'll wait and let us know whenever you're free, we will work around it. And I really thank you for your patience and for having me in this event. To begin with, I would like to congratulate on an event like this. At this time in our lives, all of us are very unsure of what's going to happen and what to expect next. And such clubs, such events, such gatherings beyond the academics for students is really something that's going to help them immensely throughout their life. Whatever that's they're doing through these clubs might not be part of their professional life, but it might definitely influence the way they look at life. That's very important, I feel. And that way, as a student of literature, I have always said that literature, when I was studying literature, some of my friends who were doing the so-called professional courses, there's always a divide and difference between parents when they feel that, okay, my son is only doing literature and they're doing other stuff, professional stuff, which could ensure that they get jobs. I used to tell my parents that, okay, they have their professions, but to lead a life, but I know how to lead a life through literature. Literature teaches us all to look at lives in the right perspective. It puts our perspectives right. And literature is not just something that comes out of one man's imagination. It's the continuation of a society. It's the future and past of the world we live in. And through literature, we get to know the past and we get to predict the future. The Big Brother of 1984 is always relevant, always relevant. That way, we have so much to learn from literature, though it might look fictional. It just gives voice to people of one particular period, and they explain and they throw light onto lives to come in future as well. That way, literature is very important. And for me,
table மேல இருக்கோ இல்ல பெட்ல இருக்கோ.
Okay,
இப்போ மார்னிங் யூஸ் படுத்தனல.
Okay. Oh, okay. Now fine.
Yeah, please.
So yeah. So I as a filmmaker, I feel that literature, being a literature student, has helped me a lot in terms of understanding the milieu, the characters, the world into which I want my characters to be in, and the approach towards life and my films, everything has been given to me through the education I got from literature. Of course, I would attribute a lot to my college as well and my professors who taught me and who gave me the confidence to be who I am. And that's also one very important aspect of literature. I feel, if you're a passionate student of literature, there's a sense of liberation that doesn't come from any other discipline. This is my understanding. I might be wrong, but that is something I've always felt that I experienced, a sense of liberation and a sense of belonging, where you're not bound by any dogmas. Like you have the freedom to interpret things the way you want. You might not get through certain with certain academic numbers on your paper, but the liberty to explore and express yourself in an original way is more freely available as students of in literature. And as students of literature, we have the space to express ourselves that way. And to all the clubs that are being inaugurated today, I would also say that I would like to be part of these clubs and do some amount of mentoring. But I might not be able to fully do it, but I would really like to be part of some of these clubs and try to mentor in a small way. If I can contribute, I would really be happy to be part of it. And as your principal mentioned, this initiative is a very special one, and I would really like to thank all the faculty members, your HOD who's come up with this idea. And I was with her in another discussion on another meeting as well. So her ideas are were very innovative. She wanted to have some reggae songs into literature, contemporary literature. So these are very modern and very innovative way of approaching literature, where it gives more relevance to the people and the society from where we are coming and where we have to go in the future, and try to make some amount of contribution to make it a better place for the next generation. So that way, her vision for all these clubs should be really big. And I really wish all of you all the very best, and every student who's part of these clubs definitely will feel a new, or will experience the world in a very new way, I feel. So I congratulate you all for this, and I really thank you all for giving me this opportunity to be here today. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for that wonderful speech. As you rightly said, sir, a student of literature can always shine well with a better understanding of life. And we look forward to your support, continued support in the future also. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you.
Moving on to the program. Next, we have a presentation by the Research Club in Tandem. As the name indicates, proper and good research is possible only through discussions and sharing ideas. The President, Nancy, and Secretary Narmada are going to elaborate on the objectives of In Tandem and also on the literary activities lined up under the banner of this club. I invite Ms. Nancy to do her presentation.
Good morning, all. I'm Nancy, President of In Tandem, Research Club of the Department of English, Queen Mary's College. I would like to give a brief overview of what we are doing in Tandem. We have a fortnight symposium. Our first symposium of the academic year 2021-22 was flagged off by our principal, Dr. Uma Maheshwari, on 14th July 2021, our anniversary of a college. The theme of our first symposium was autobiography, writing self, community, and nation. We have many themes for the upcoming events. I would like to highlight few themes. We have cultural studies, memory studies, gay and lesbian studies, prison studies, prison experience, and so on. We hope to create a refreshing and intellectual climate in our department through In Tandem. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy. We have the presentation by Narmada. I'll share the screen.
Good day, dignitaries and friends. I'm Narmada, Secretary of In Tandem. I'll be sharing the schedule of fortnightly symposium and highlighting a few themes. Among many themes, we have cultural studies, memory studies, gay and lesbian studies, multiculturalism, exile, prison experience, transnational studies, etc. We hope to create a refreshing intellectual climate in our department through In Tandem. Thank you.
Thank you, Nancy and Narmada. The next presentation is by the Film and Visual Media Club. They have made a critical analysis of the regional adaptations of Shakespeare's Macbeth. They have reviewed the Hindi movie Makbul, the Tamil movie Veeram, and the Malayalam movie Joji. Over to the presentation.
Be king hereafter. I feel now the future. Hail King that shall be.
My dearest love, Duncan comes here tonight.
Look like the innocent flower, but be the serpent under it. Oh, hail Macbeth that shall be king hereafter.
Full of scorpions is my mind.
What's done is done.
Life's but a walking shadow. Honor, love, a friend, but in their stead, curses.
I'm sure you must have enjoyed the presentation. The next presentation is by the Western Music Club. The secretary of the club, Ms. Mahalakshmi of 2nd BA English Literature, is here today to give us a visual treat with a presentation of the song Imagine by John Lennon with images. I invite Ms. Mahalakshmi to give an introduction of the song.
A pleasant good morning to everyone. The song Imagine by John Lennon was written and performed in 1971 during the Vietnam War. This song is one of the top and most performed songs of the 20th century and famous all over the world as an anthem for peace. Embodying the spirit of harmony that both John Lennon and Yoko Ono promoted through their music and art. It's written in simple lyrics to construct a world in which people don't fight over anything. They just get along. Lennon, in this song, imagines an ideal world without boundaries, religions, possessions, etc., and in which people will live happily. This song is a strong political message sugar-coated in a beautiful melody. Lennon described the song to a wider audience by its softer approach would bring. And who hopefully would listen to his message. You have to imagine it first for peace. The impact of the song is unquestionable, but this starts with its message of peace, love, and its flowing piano melody is a collection of edgy, dangerous ideas that challenges the society as we know it. The song that has become an anthem all over the world is actually full of controversial ideas and radical ideas. Lennon called it working class hero for conservatives, and indeed, it challenges the status quo is most fundamental. Lennon described the song as an uncompanion for peace. And it is no surprise that its moving anthem is such a beacon for those who long for global harmony. Imagine song become the permanent protest song and lasting emblem of peace. Lennon may have been a dreamer, but once you heard the songs, you will probably count yourself as a dreamer too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mahalakshmi. Over to the presentation.
Imagine there's no heaven. It's easy if you try. No hell below us. Above us only sky. Imagine all the people living for today. Imagine there's no country. It isn't hard to do. Nothing to kill. mansion. I wonder if you can. No need for greed or hunger, a brotherhood of man. Imagine all the people sharing all the world. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. I hope someday you join us, and the world will live as one.
The next presentation is by the Readers Planet Club. As Thomas Wharton says, an hour spent reading is one stolen from paradise. A reading culture will help students to acquire knowledge and develop stronger analytical skills. Reading is a great way to progress and elevate oneself to a higher level of consciousness. The president of the club, Priyadarshini, and secretary, Sri Tulsi, are going to present their favorite quotes from the books they have read. Seneville has done a review of the book, which won the International Booker Prize on 2nd June 2021, titled At Night All Blood is Black by David Diop. Over to the presentation.
Good evening everyone, this is Sri Tulsi, second year UG English Literature. I would like to share with you the lines which impressed me from the book I read. It is the sun shining on the rain and the rain falling on the sunshine and things pushing up and working under the earth. These lines are from the book The Secret Garden by Francis Hodgson Burnett. I hate people who talk about themselves as I do, when one wants to talk about oneself as I do. These lines are from the book Happy Prince and Other Tales by Oscar Wilde. Thank you for this wonderful opportunity, ma'am.
This is Priyanka, President of Reader Planet Club from UG second year. Today I would like to share my most favorite lines from the book which I have read. No great wisdom can be reached without sacrifice. From the book The Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. She warned them not to be deceived by appearances, for beauty is found within. From the book The Beauty and the Beast by Gabriela Suzanne de Villeneuve. Happiness can be found even in the darkest of times if only one remembers to turn on the light. From the book The Harry Potter by J.K. Rowling. These are the lines which inspire me in many ways. Thank you for the wonderful opportunity, ma'am.
A toast to the celebrated and esteemed guest, my respects to Madam Principal of Queen Mary's College, and my greetings of wonder to Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan ma'am, Head of the Department of English Literature, and my respects to all the dignitaries of the Department of English. This is Seneville, and we as the Readers Planet community have read together the novel by David Diop, which is also the International 2021 Booker Prize winner, titled At Night All Blood is Black, translated from French to English by Anna Mascawake. In politics, people use sly strategies to win over their enemies, and that is reflected beautifully well in this novel. Here, the narrator says that temporary madness in war is bravery's sister. This novel is about two friends who are more than brothers, Mademba Diop and Alpha Ndiaye, who go to war. Mademba Diop dies disemboweled, and Alpha Ndiaye couldn't mercy kill him. even when Madame Diop begs him, because he has this cultural idea going in his mind that do not mistake your hands for the hands of God, do not mistake yourself for the hands of the devil. Hence, the novel covers cultural idea, the themes of guilt, vengeance, and Alpha Ndiaye, who is affected by the death of his more than brother, Mademba Diop, tries to compensate his guilt and tries to do humanity, to which he denied to Mademba Diop by killing others and giving them, by putting all their insides outside and giving them a quick death. And it is important to note that you can find so many themes of love in this novel. And I should say Anna Maskawake's translation is the plum on the cake, because she uses terms like the warfield is described as the scarred hunting ground for carnivores. In other areas, she calls trenches as the wounds on earth because they are not creative. And as a good review should also focus on the shortcomings of a novel, it is important that I say, despite the obscene content in this novel, it is a great read, especially those who have an post-colonial eye for reading works, and especially for those who have this catchiness for cultural themes. Thank you ever so much.
The next presentation is by the EcoLit Club. They have made a presentation on the personalities who have brought an awareness about our ecosystem and also on their efforts to save Mother Nature. Over to the presentation.
Ecoliterature Club or QMC, we are taught to conserve biodiversity. There's much awareness raised, especially when it comes to the concerning alarming issues of environmental degradation. We are also sensitized to the denigration of nature. Literature is replete with instances where nature has been a teacher. For instance, Rachel Louise Carson, an American biologist, is known as the mother of modern environmentalism. She catalyzed the global environment movement with her revolutionary book, The Silent Spring. Vandana Shiva is another feather in the wooden cap of the subcontinent. This Indian scholar is often referred as the Gandhi of grain. She is also the founder of Navdanya. Wangare Maathai is a Kenyan sociologist. She developed the idea that women could improve the environment by planting trees to provide a fuel source. She developed the idea that the vicious cycle of environmental degradation and poverty could be mutilated by handling proper treatments. Medha Patkar, an Indian social activist chiefly known for her Narmada Valley Development Project. Aldo Leopold, an American author who is well known for his book Game Management, is considered as the father of wildlife ecology. Henry David Thoreau, an American naturalist who is best known for his Walden journals, he believed that to live a good life, we have to keep the wildlife intact. Wendell Berry, an American novelist who is best known for his book The Unsettling of America, He is the one who maintained farmland for over 4 decades and holds high reverence for the land in which we live. Salumarada Timmakka, an Indian environmentalist who is noted for her work in planting and tending 385 banyan trees. She also planted nearly 8,000 other versatile varieties of trees. Sundarlal Bahuna, an Indian environmentalist who is also a Gandhian peace worker. He is a lead participant in the Chipko movement. John Murray, a Scottish-born American naturalist, is the founder of the Sierra Club. He filled the gaps left by the government in conservation work. Let us unitedly stand to protect the nature and follow the footsteps of our former President of India and the Missile Man, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam sir, and also uphold and respect and continue the sacred mission upheld by veteran actor Padma Shri Vivek sir. Thank you so much for this opportunity. This is Senya Vale along with the members of the Eco Literature Club. Thank you ever so much.
The last presentation is by the students of the Visual Arts and Creative Writing Club. Our students have made a video on the beautiful paintings and sketches made by them and also on the poems composed by them.
try hard, hard and hard, taking you into regard. As a mother I nurture, but that love you ruptured, bottling up my emotions, bugging me. I try hard, hard and hard, for the sake of your God. I, Mother Nature, cannot be quiet. I am the unbridled bull. Though I try hard, hard and hard, you are rigid and show disregard. So be ready to face my fury.
I'm sure all of you thoroughly enjoyed all the 7 presentations showcasing the breathtaking talents of our dear students. A big round of applause for our dear talented students. With a view to providing in-depth knowledge and diverse perspectives, each club has a patron and a mentor. The patrons are academicians from premier institutions in the city with a penchant for music, theatre, films, eco-friendly activities, creative writing, and reading. We thank all the patrons for guiding and steering our students. The patron of Film and Visual Media Club is Mr. Siddharthan. He has been exploring and reading the world of films along with his academic pursuits. His expertise and well-researched points of view would be an eye-opener for our students. His charismatic presence would indeed help students to acquire the necessary tastes and also to explore the nuances of filmmaking and characterization. I invite Mr. Siddharthan, Assistant Professor of English, Presidency College, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Respected Principal, Honorable Chief Guest, dynamic head of the department, patrons, mentors, colleagues, and my clubmates. Good morning to one and all. Today is the red letter day in the annals of higher education because the universities and institutions all over the globe are struggling to get along with their routine academic activities, whereas here is a department, I'll say a model department, having a gala of extracurricular activities. Hats off to the Department of English, Queen Mary's College. My appreciation to Dr. Preeti, who is a visionary. Visionaries alone can transform the abnormal or the neo-normal situation to an extraordinary situation. To start with inauguration of clubs ahead of the reopening of the college clearly indicates the mission of molding personalities rather than shrinking the students to mere bookwork. The students are really blessed. That's what I believe. At this juncture, I request all the students to make use of this rare opportunity to explore and hone their hidden talents. In my experience, I had seen clubs having inauguration at the beginning and religiously having their valediction toward the end of the academic year, and in between, what happens is nothing. But I strongly believe that these clubs inaugurated today are exceptional, and I wish they will be functional all along the years to come. Well begun is half done. Knowing this department has rightly made their choice in inviting Mr. Vetrimaran, the stalwart of modern cinema, the student of literature, and the master of film craft, an iconic representative of a new wave 2.0 Indian cinema, an ambassador of Tamil cinema by taking Tamil cinema to the festival circuits of all over the world, a pioneer in setting author-author relationship. His sensibilities in adapting exact literary works had elevated Tamil cinema to the set standards of world cinema, and he also proves to be an ardent student of literature. The visual transformations of Chandrakumar's Lockup to Visaranai and Humani's Vekai to Asuran are standing examples for his film adaptations. We are all excited to experience how Sisu Chellapa's Vadivarsal is recreated to celluloid. Your presence amidst the future generation is a big motivation, and I thank you very much, sir, for being with us. The Film and Visual Media Club is the mother of all the clubs. as it has the core elements of the other clubs. Being it painting or music, environment or literature, film is an integral part of every art form. Hence, the responsibility of Film and Visual Media Club and members is comparatively higher in integrating the relevant clubs in all its activities. To mention a few of the activities, the club will conduct workshops on filmmaking and film appreciation, periodic screenings of films and documentaries, organize film festivals, and arrange regular interactions with media and film fraternity. The spark is already visible among the club members in terms of their review on adaptation of Macbeth and the tribute to a chief guest, as well as with the other presentations. I would like to appreciate the entire organizing team behind this great event, and my sincere thanks to the Department of English for giving me an opportunity to be a patron of this club. My best wishes to one and all. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Siddharthan sir. Thank you for that enlightening speech. Thank you for your
Yes,
President of Western Music Club is Mr. Isaiah Mudan. He is an accomplished singer and musician. His professional expressions would indeed inspire our students and also gradually help them to experience the joy of the world of music. I invite Mr. Isaiah Mudan to address the gathering.
Thank you, ma'am. Good morning to you all. Firstly, I would like to congratulate the principal, Dr. Uma Maheshwari, Dr. Vinita Francis, the organizing secretary, the mentor, Mrs. Sherin Miller, the president, Ms. Priyadarshini, and the secretary, Ms. Mahalakshmi, on this inauguration of clubs at Queen Mary's College. Okay, I'm a musician, which means I do everything related to music, like live performances, music education, music production, and composition. And I'm very happy to be the patron of Western Music Club. A very special thank to Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan for giving me the opportunity to be a part of this prestigious institution. Okay, so music is a language, just like English, and I strongly believe that it can help in learning any other language. As far as we are looking to use music as a source of betterment in English department. So we are all good at remembering songs, more than memorizing poems. This happens because music is driving the theme and lyrics into our heads smoothly. And when it comes to music, there are three things I have analyzed, and one is learning and performing whatever is there, whatever already exists, and the other one is improvisation, the ability to adapt to change, and the ability to create something on the spot. It's a very spontaneous thing, improvisation. It's my favorite part of music, and the creativity, something that you make on your own that could last forever. Yeah. So I heard someone speaking about music the other day, that music has an impact internally and externally. Internally, as in it has an effect on your blood pressure. It has an effect on your hormones, stuff like that. And externally, like you get goosebumps, it seems. I would like to add one more thing to that. Music has an effect socially. So we would look to use this concept of having music in literature learning rather. So I congratulate all the Western Music Club people, and I don't want to stop just by giving this speech or just by merely making my presence out here. I request the Western Music Club people probably to make a WhatsApp group, and let's all get connected, and let's look forward to learn the language through music. And I'll be I can spend some of my time in helping you people, and mainly I want to connect with the students. So the students out there who are listening to me, hi, and I'll be very honored to be helping you. So let's get connected, and we'll make a WhatsApp group, and we will, make use of our this tool, music. Thank you.
I'm sure our students are excited to join in the group and to learn a lot from you, sir. Thank you so much for being the patron of our club. Thank you.
Welcome. Welcome.
The patron of our theatre and public speaking club is Dr. David Wesley. Sir is a much sought after person in the city for inducting students in the realm of theatre. I have been personally enthralled to see Sir's outstanding direction of a play at Women's Christian College. Our students are doubly lucky because we are being mentored by Miss Sangeeta, who is a student of Dr. David Wesley. Sir is a storehouse of knowledge pertaining to different techniques in drama. As Dr. David Wesley, Assistant Professor of English, Madras Christian College, has another commitment, he is unable to attend the program today, but he has sent a video message to our students. Let me play the video.
Greetings to everyone. Greetings to everyone. Guest of honor, Mr. Vetrimaran. Principal, Dr. Uma Maheshwari. Head of the Department of English, Dr. Maria Preeti. Patrons of various clubs, mentors, office bearers, students and staff. A very good morning to all of you. I'm very pleased to be associated with the Theatre Club of Queen Mary's College. I had the privilege of visiting Queen Mary's College, the Department of English, a couple of years ago, and having watched a scintillating performance by the students. And I'm very happy now that that energy is sustained by the staff and students of Queen Mary's College, and I'm looking forward to working with you all soon. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Thank you, sir. The patron of the Readers Planet Club is Dr. Samuel Rufus. Sir has been supporting our department through infinite ways. He is an erudite and dynamic personality and also an avid reader. Sir's daily routine comprises of reading multilingual newspapers and several books. His efforts to initiate the habit of reading among students through creative activities are indeed praiseworthy. His scholarly presence and love for reading will surely motivate and inspire our students. I invite Dr. Samuel Rufus, Assistant Professor of English, Madras Christian College, to address the gathering. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. I've been following the program right from the beginning this morning. Amazing performances by all the presenters and a wonderful speech by Mr. Vetrimaran. I didn't know that he was an English graduate also. And the way he connected in a speech, it was so enthralling. And one thing that he said, like music and literature, the connect that Dr. Preeti is trying to bring to literature is something real praiseworthy. And I'm so happy that Queen Mary's College is making rapid strides in various platforms. When I see the various clubs that have been initiated, all the clubs that I see, I'm so happy and so in awe of Queen Mary's College. And I'm sure just two words I like to say from John Lennon's song that you had played, the word imagine, and Siddharth from Presidency College, he used the word envision. These two beautiful words, they connect so beautifully with Vetrimaran sir's last punchline where he said, literature graduates, we help transform our perspectives to see the world in new ways. And how do we do that? Through these two beautiful qualities of imagination and envisioning. So this is what Queen Mary's College is aspiring to do. A bit slightly jealous also of you all, because even the college where I work, the MCC, although we have a few clubs, but not the range that you have. And I'm so happy for the student community and for the staff. Thank you so much. May this wonderful initiative sustain itself in the years to come. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Dr. Rufus. Thank you for an inspiring speech. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you, sir. The patron of EcoLit Club is Dr. Padma Mekitrich. She is an expert on diverse topics, which is fueled by her insatiable love for exhaustive reading. Apart from scholarly pursuits, Madam has also evinced keen interest in eco-friendly projects. Her presence would surely reinforce the strength of the club. As Dr. Padma Mekitrich, Assistant Professor of English, Stella Maris College, is unable to join with us today, she has sent a video message. Let me present the message.
Good morning. It is with slightly mixed feelings that I sent this message of felicitation this morning. I am a bit annoyed and upset at the rather unavoidable circumstances that have actually made it impossible for me to attend this ceremony in person. But at the same time, I am also overjoyed at being part of the Queen Mary's College clubs, and especially of the EcoLit Club. I have been keenly, if rather silently, following the posts on the WhatsApp group of the club, and I must say that the talent and commitment of the students and the faculty are very, very impressive. With both the visual and the textual mediums, the members of the club have actually sought out and captured moments and items from around us that we often either ignore or that we tend to take for granted. And I think these are the moments that give us hope that our next generation may yet inherit a safer planet and a worldview that is humble and holistic. Congratulations to all the members of the club. My deep and wholehearted appreciation for the President, Ms. Yuva Bharati, and the Secretary, Ms. Jamila. I would also like to specially mention the encouragement and coordination of Dr. Malati, my co-patron of the club, and Dr. Sumati, the mentor. I wish the EcoLit Club and all the other clubs all the very, very best in all their endeavors, and I look forward eagerly to all the exciting activities that I'm sure will happen in the near future. A very special mention to Ms. Vinita for all the coordination, and a very big hurrah to Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan for being so dynamic, so approachable, and ultimately so very realistic. Thank you again for having me as part of this team.
Thank you, Dr. Padma. The patron of Visual Arts and Creative Writing Club is Dr. Kamla Kannan. Sir is a wonderful artist and has a rich collection of absolutely adorable paintings and sketches. He's also a poet. Sir is indeed an apt patron for this club. Sir can give expert tips and guidelines to our aspiring artists and poets. I invite Dr. Kamla Kannan, Assistant Professor of English, Presidency College, to address the gathering.
Thank you, Madam. Very good morning to one and all. They have called me a patron for this club, but I would consider myself a fellow student, a fellow learner. I would certainly share all my knowledge, whatever I have. Certainly, we can share our experiences, skills, everything. Okay. It was Pablo Picasso who has said, art washes away from the soul the dust of everyday life. I think art will certainly help to each one of us to rejuvenate ourselves. And literature, music, cinema, painting, all of them have a very, very close connection. Okay, especially our guest of honor, Vetrimaran's movies you might have seen. You can find, lots and lots of literary touches. Though many of his films are adapted from literary sources, you can find wonderful literary touches here and there. I want to cite one particular character from Vada Chennai. The film is very close to my heart because I grew up in that area. Now I speak a refined language, especially for the language which the characters speak. That was really, really close to my heart because that was the language which I spoke during my early childhood. There was one particular lady, a yellow sari character, a minor character, without the knowledge of a Greek tragedy. I don't know whether he is conscious or unconscious in creating that character into the movie. She is the one who foresees the character Anbu, that is played by Dhanush, who would replace Amir's character. Okay, so these are all the wonderful touches a filmmaker with literary knowledge can really, really make. That is completely magical. Okay, so once again, I really congratulate and wish Dr. Preeti and her team and the support rendered by the principal and all the other members of various clubs. Thank you very much for making me part of this wonderful endeavor. Thank you. And one more thing. As a token of my love, I'll be presenting this to the club in a short while, whenever we meet in person. And I tried to paint Dr. Professor Vetrimaran. I'll be presenting this to you too very soon. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much for those beautiful gifts. We'll really cherish those two wonderful paintings. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your wonderful speech. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
The best and beautiful things in the world cannot be seen or even touched. They must be felt by heart. Thank you is one such prayer among them. Dr. N. Balambigai is the guiding force of our department. I invite Dr. N. Balambigai, Assistant Professor of English, Queen Mary's College, to propose the vote of thanks. Ma'am, you have to unmute and thank you.
Thank you, Vinita. A warm good morning to one and all present here. It is a supreme art of the teacher to awaken joy in creative expression and knowledge. The great forethinker, Albert Einstein, quoted, "True, the Department of English today has inaugurated several clubs to awaken, motivate our students and provide a platform to hone their skills along with values, empathy, and social attitude. These clubs, we are sure, will help our students to pursue their passion to excellence and translate knowledge in quite a very useful, peaceful, and a harmonious, eco-friendly world." And respected Chief Guest, the guest of honor today, respected Principal Madam, Dr. Uma Maheshwari, the most valued patrons, the mentors of the various clubs, my beloved teaching faculty, and my dear students, I deem it a privilege to express my words of gratitude and appreciation on this special occasion. At the outset, I would like to express my immense thanks to our guest of honor, Director Mr. Vetrimaran. He is one of the best filmmakers of our time. We deem it a privilege and pride to have such an accomplished and resourceful person today amidst us. I thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and how literature and art give us a sense of liberation and a sense of belonging. We understand the key to success of such a great director today. Thank you, sir, for sharing the secret of your success on this special moment. He said, to quote him, never see industry as a profession, but an art, and seek with passion, and gain the liberty to explore and express in your own way. So now, we are sure your words will be a great inspiration to all our students, taking and scaling them to great heights, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much for your motivating words, sir. I would like to express my sincere thanks to our principal, madam. If example is leadership, true, our institution is privileged and proud to have a great leader, a luminary, our beloved and respected principal, madam, Dr. Uma Maheshwari. She has indeed set a benchmark in the academic world, executing work with grace, ease, and compassion. I take this as an opportunity to thank our esteemed principal, madam, for her constant encouragement, motivation, and support to host very good and useful programs like this. Thank you so much, ma'am. And I would also like to thank you for the presidential address delivered by our dear ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am. If one can transform vision into reality, it is our beloved and respected head of the department, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan. My appreciation to Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan for bringing innovative and unique ideas to the table for the betterment of the student community. Synergy is a policy, as expressed in the memorial. True. And she is able to synergize and collaborate, cooperate, and bring a blended and impart a blended learning. Thank you so much, Preeti, and also for your welcome address. And my sincere thanks and respect to our beloved head of the department, Dr. Maria Preeti Srinivasan. If leadership is unlocking potential to become better, and we have a great person in our department to unlock the potential of the students, our organizing secretary, Dr. Vinitha Francis. My immense thanks to Dr. Vinitha Francis for coordinating such a great event in a very meticulous and well-organized way. Once again, I extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Vinitha. Thank you so much, Vinitha. On behalf of the institution and the Department of English, I extend my sincere thanks and a heartfelt thanks to the patrons who have extended their support and help from the various colleges and the musician, Isai Amudan sir. Robert Frost says, I'm not a teacher, but an awakener. Our patrons are here to awaken, inspire, and enrich our student community with their extended support and encouragement. Thank you so much, sir, for your support and help rendered to our students. Now, I would like to say a few words about the various clubs and the showcasing features of the clubs that was presented today in the presentation. The first presentation showcased by our students under the guidance of Sangeeta was highly arresting, articulating a powerful message like quest for identity, or shall I say affirming identity, through the wonderful poem of Kamala Das. My special appreciation to the mentor Sangeeta and the budding artists of our college who gained experiential learning in the fabric of drama. The tribute paid to the director Vettimaran was an eye-catching presentation presented by Ramya Shri and Uttarinisa Beham under the guidance of the mentor Priya. Thank you so much. It was an eye-catching presentation, an all-embracing one, highlighting the classical scenes of the movies. Thank you all for the wonderful presentation. The third presentation, presented by Nancy in tandem, expressed how literature is universal and transcends time, and as to how it should bear relevance to the contemporary world was quite a meaningful presentation. My sincere thanks to Nancy and Narmata. Thank you so much. The presentation presented in the Western Musical Club by students Mahalakshmi expressed how music is a universal language of mankind. How with a simple chirping of birds, it has the ability to sparkle our imagination, was aptly presented by Mahalakshmi. Mahalakshmi, thank you so much for your beautiful presentation. The Readers Planet Club showcased the power of literature, the power of books in a very vivid way. Books give a soul to the universe, wings to the mind, flight to the imagination, and life to everything, said Plato. True. It was well presented by Priyanka, Sri Tulasi, and Senue under the guidance of Mrs. Angeline Fernando. Thank you all so much for the beautiful presentation that you made. We believe our Readers Planet Club would serve as a gateway, encouraging our students to be lifelong learners. Thank you so much for your presentation. The next presentation, presented by Yuva Bharati and Shamila under the guidance of Sumati, was a beautiful presentation tracing out the various e-colleges across the world. It was quite very informative and instructive, and as believed by Wordsworth, and they wanted to convey the message how nature could be the best teacher. Thank you for your presentation, for your instructive presentation. Thank you so much. The presentation made by Yogalakshmi and Pooja Shravani on visual arts and creative writing under the guidance of Dr. Sandhya for the visual creative writing, showcased various kinds of painting, the various genres of drawing and painting. You can see how creativity could be manifested in different ways, and through sand art, dot art, mandala art, pencil art. It was indeed a captivating moment, capturing different types of art. Thank you so much for your presentation. And my sincere thanks to all the patrons for your invaluable words, which served as a great, I'm sure it would serve as a great motivation and encouragement to the students. I would like to thank Professor Siddharthan, how he said film is to be an integral part of all the activities. The spark is visible. He was able to identify how the spark is visible through the presentation, he said. I thank you very much, sir, for the inspiring speech. The spark of creativity you recognize today in our students would go to great heights as predicted by you under the guidance of you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. My sincere thanks to musician, we say Amudan, sir. Your views on music, as to how music has an effect, impact, not only intellectually, internally and externally, but socially, gains ground in this present world, sir. Thank you so much. And he said, learn language through music. Of course, we all enjoy music, and music is a universal language of mankind. Your wish to encourage and motivate our students in the musical world is highly promising, sir. Thank you so much, sir. And my sincere thanks and gratitude is to Dr. David Wesley, sir. Professor Dr. David Wesley. We are sure, as blessed by you, to have you as the patron. As seen by you, the energy and the spirit shown by the theatre club would be sustained forever. As you bless this energy and the spirit would be sustained forever and transcending time and space. Thank you so much for your blessing and your words of encouragement. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Rufus, who is a patron of our Readers Planet Club. His words and concepts, how music and literature are interrelated and blended, has been expressed so well. Recalling the words of director Vetrimaran, your observation was apt and right. I'm sure it would echo all the listeners' views. How he told the literature to transform art, to perceive and envision great things in this world. The exact words of Dr. Director Vetrimaran. I'm sure our Readers Planet Club will have learners, under the guidance of you, under the patronage of you, sir. Thank you so much, sir. I would like to extend my sincere thanks to Dr. Padma, the patron of our Eco-Lit Club. Your words of acknowledgement towards the commitment of our students is highly promising, ma'am. Thank you so much for your extended support and motivation, ma'am. Thank you so much. My sincere thanks to Dr. Kamala Kannan, sir, the patron of Visual Arts and Creative Writing Club. I thank Dr. Kamala Kannan, sir, for his words of encouragement and support to our students. Your portrait was simply, we were really, captivated by the beautiful portrait of Shakespeare and director Vetrimaran. I think there can be no other better person to be a patron for this club other than you. Thank you so much, sir, and for your patronage and support to the institution. And I think with the collaboration and cooperation of all the patrons, mentors, academicians, and under the able guidance of our respected and beloved Principal Madam and the head of the department, I'm sure we will achieve our mutual goal of overall and multifaceted enhancement of our students. And I would like to extend my special thanks to all the students for their involvement. With this last quote, I would once again express my gratitude. Benjamin Franklin, centuries before, he said, "Tell me and I forget. Teach me and I remember. Involve me and I learn." True, the involvement in the various clubs would really enrich and give an enlightening experience to our students. Thank you all. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for that heartfelt vote of thanks. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
On behalf of the Department of English, I extend my hearty congratulations to the winners of the logo contest, Yuvadarshini of 2nd MA English Literature, Priyadarshini of 2nd MA English Literature, Aisha of 3rd BA English Literature, and Yamini of 3rd BA English Literature. Yamini has won 3 prizes for the logo contest. So hearty congratulations. Thank you all. Let us conclude today's program with the national anthem.
जनगण मन अधिनायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता पंजाब सिंध गुजरात मराठा द्राविड उत्कल बंगा विंध्य हिमाचल यमुना गंगा उच्चल जलधि तरंगा तव शुभ नामे जागे तव शुभ आशीष मांगे गाहे तव जय गाथा जन गण मंगलदायक जय हे भारत भाग्य विधाता जय हे जय हे जय हे जय 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 हे